the very next business day. Over 200,000 people have used Upstart to pay off credit cards, student loans, fund their wedding, or to make a large purchase. Free yourself from your burden of high interest credit card debt with Upstart. Hurry to upstart.com/Gator to find out how low your Upstart rate is. Checking your rate only takes minutes and won't affect your credit. That's upstart.com/Gator.
Hi, Amy. What brings you to the Xfinity store today?
Do the hokey pokey and sing me something.
No.
Eat some spaghetti.
What?
Do the worm.
Why would I do that?
Well, I hear Xfinity gives me control.
Oh, yeah. Over your in-home Wi-Fi. You can see who's online, you can pause it, you can set a curfew for your kids.
Wait, so I don't have control over everything?
No.
So that guy outside that I just made wash my car?
It looks like he's getting inside.
I gotta go.
Take control of your Wi-Fi with Xfinity X5. That's simple, easy, awesome. Get started with Xfinity Internet and TV for just $40 a month for 12 months with a 1-year agreement. Plus, upgrade to get more than double the speed for just $5 more a month for 12 months. Go to Xfinity.com, call 1-800-XFINITY, or visit an Xfinity store today to learn more. Requires EcoBill and AutoPay, and 6/21/19. Restrictions apply. New basic TV and performance starter 25 megabits per second internet customers only. Equipment taxes and fees including BTVP extra and subject to change. After term, regular rates apply. Actual speed vary.
Get great Memorial Day savings all month long at LuLaRich Chevrolet. GM employees and family members can lease an Equinox LT for $79 a month, a Malibu RS for $99 a month, or a Traverse LS for $149 a month. Have you seen the all-new Chevy Silverado? We have leases starting at $229 a month. Leases are for 24 months, 10,000 miles per year, plus taxes, license, dock, acquisition, and destination fees. $999 down with a qualifying lease in household. Offer ends May 31st. Must take delivery from dealer inventory. Check us out on the web at switchtolurich.com. Celebrate all month long with Equinoxes for $79, Malibu's $99, Traverse for $149, and the all-new Silverado starting at $229 a month. Plus select models at 18% off, lease pull ahead, and 0% financing for qualified buyers. LuLaRich Chevrolet, located at the corner of Plymouth and Haggerty Roads in Plymouth. For details, call 877-55-CHEVY. Save money when you make the switch to LuLaRich Chevrolet. Find new roads.
Are you a hungry, motivated professional who'd like to join the #1 home selling team in Michigan? Hi, I'm Realtor Jeff Glover. Give us a call today at 855-JEFF-SELLS or online at housesoldname.com.
Do you have an opinion? Of course you do. Call the D Las Vegas 97.1 Ticket Studio line at 248-539-9797. The D Las Vegas, the home of Detroit sports in Vegas.
The only way you can take 97.1 The Ticket with you is the radio.com app. Download it today and listen to us anytime, anywhere.
On a Monday, we're getting this out of the way. I'm furious with Game of Thrones, and I now consider the series to be overrated. That's how bad this last season is. I'm bummed out. And if you haven't watched the show, or how about this, if you did, this show had an absolute brutality to it that drew you in. Seasons 1 and 2 and 3, maybe even 4, there was a brutality to it. A shock and awe that people didn't just get aced. It was done in ways that left your jaw hanging. This season, joke. And I can't get into certain things because I don't want to ruin it for you guys. And I don't want the geeks to get all angry at our radio program for spoiler. But there were certain people, namely everybody, who didn't get their just desserts in the way that this show became famous for giving the dessert.
Let me ask you this, though. With how it ended, were you surprised at how it ended? Now, I know you said you're upset by it, but were you necessarily surprised with how they chose
No,
it?
surprised would be if the Tigers had a positional prospect like that. This would be, I actually was prepared for the garbage that was on my television screen last night. I was mentally prepared for it. I didn't think they were going to pull a rabbit out of their hat in the last episode. How about this, Mike? I'm actually glad it's over. How about that?
Well, apparently not with the prequel that we got coming now.
I won't watch it. Will not watch it. No thank you. I want to get some of the people in. This is where I had to start the week. Because again, too, you guys buy these studies, 27 million Americans are either
skipping work or late to work today because of Game of Thrones. Now, obviously, one person who was late works on our show, David. But it's not who David is. Maybe it was GOT. Maybe David had a party at home. I don't know. It's not my business. But I want to get to the people because I don't know a show that I've loved where I love the ending. Go to Cameron, Warren, 97.1. What's up, Cam?
Hey there, Mike. What's going on?
Talk to me. What's the word?
Well, let me preface this first. Haven't watched much of Game of Thrones. I only watched the first 4 episodes, but I couldn't get into it. But my main point is, I will give you 2 shows that had perfect finales, ended perfectly. The first one I'm going to go with is 6 Feet Under.
Didn't watch it. I can't comment.
Okay then, but considering the themes of death that go through the show, ended perfectly. Second, Breaking Bad.
I loved the final season. I didn't love the final episode.
Oh, why didn't you like it so much?
Well, I don't want to ruin it for people, Cameron. We could have this conversation over a beer. I did the literal ending of the show. I really didn't like, and that I'm trying to tell you without. I don't want to ruin it for people. Breaking Bad's one of the all-time greats.
I agree with you. I completely agree with you.
But the last season was fabulous. That's the difference. Game of Thrones last season. If the last season were the first season, the show wouldn't have got picked up for season 2. That's how bad the last season of this show was.
So I've heard.
How about this? Last season of Game of Thrones, on par with Tiger Baseball. That's how bad it is. That's how bad it is. But how about this? Last season of Game of Thrones, boring. Tiger Baseball, boring. That's my sports comparison for season 8 of Game of Thrones. Tiger Baseball on a Wednesday night. Players only broadcast. That's how bad it is. And I may.
There were 2 episodes that I liked, but you're right. With the 6-episode season, it was disappointing.
During the last season of one of the greatest shows in the history of shows, and you come up and you bat 2 out of 8,
yeah,
get out of here with that garbage.
And when I think about it, though, I might be on the opposite side of you because I did the Sully. It took me 2.5, 3 weeks to watch it. So, you don't get the impact of waiting.
I started back when MSU had a football team. You know how long I've been with this thing?
So that might be why I'm like, they ended it the way they needed to.
Right, you binged. I waited weekly.
The thing worse was how House of Cards ended with that whole series. My God. We couldn't even watch the last season of that.
Now, a case in point, though, I would let House of Cards off the hook. They lost the star of the show due to legal things. You can't take Kevin Spacey out of that show and expect it to go on. But I already told you I was souring on that show before Spacey launched himself into space.
And I can't remember if you were souring on Billions as well or if you thought that they've turned it around. Because I know earlier this season you were upset.
I will talk to you offline about my thoughts about Billions. I can't ruin it for people. It's a current show. What are the rules on spoilers?
See, that's what I think is ridiculous. Some of the thing with Game of Thrones, if you're not caught up by now, you can't be mad at people.
That's like me going on the air afraid to talk about Raptors Bucks double overtime. There's no spoiler alert for sports. Why is there a spoiler alert for TV?
You were talking about Breaking Bad earlier. That show was, how many years old is that? I mean, come on. You can't get mad at somebody for...
Well, how the show ended. I was getting there. I'm not a mathematician.
See, that's the point. You're supposed to get mad at someone because they're not caught up on something that ended 5 years ago?
Mike, I don't make the rules. I'm just trying to follow them.
I think we should break the rules with that. Let's just break down the finale right now and talk about it. And if you have seen, haven't seen it yet, tough.
Now, hold on. Time out. Let me ask this question. Wasn't the final episode of Game of Thrones one of the biggest television events of the last 5 years?
Oh, it was huge.
Right? So, if you didn't make time to watch that, isn't that on you?
1,000%.
See, now I'm kind of getting motivated just to tell you everything that happened and be the bad guy, but I don't want to be the bad guy. I'm in a good mood. We're flying.
But that's the rules. If you say the phrase spoiler alert, then that's the rules. You're covered.
I don't know that I'm going to go down that road because I think it'll hijack ticket text, and then it'll just be this stream of abuse, and we won't get actual good stuff to use. Like, I can't use use a ticket text that calls me an F-head. Like that doesn't help the show.
But even right now, like I'm looking at the text right now, there's not people texting in saying, "Oh, don't spoil it, don't spoil it." I haven't seen it yet. I'm trying to catch up. We're not even getting those right now.
Go to Mike. He's in Grand Blanc up next. What's up, Mikey?
Good afternoon, Michael. How are you?
I'm okay. Talk to me.
I got to be honest. I'm calling to gloat at you, all of you fans. I feel thoroughly vindicated by this debacle. I was a massive fan of the books when they came out in like the 90s, and George R. Martin completely abandoned the series. I swore that I would never acknowledge or participate in anything Game of Thrones ever. Never seen an episode, and this to me is total vindication. I can't be happier.
Mike, I'm not going to take your moment from you. I can't.
And I apologize to you and Young Sullivan and all the others, but this is fantastic. It's just amazing.
It's your moment.
I knew this would happen. I knew it, that you would all get your hearts broken.
Yeah, well, we
That's
did.
what Game of Thrones does.
We did.
You did it to me, and I abandoned them, and now you get to share in my misery. I think it's wonderful.
Michael, I'm so glad you get to suffer. Stop it, Michael. You should have watched the show like everybody else, just because you read the book.
Ever. Not even now. I won't even go back and binge watch it. I'm done with it. It's victory for me, and I'm happy, and it's over.
Leave Mike alone. Let him have his moment.
Victory for Mike, please.
248-539-9797. We'll get more to people. I also have some thoughts on the Warriors because something weird might be happening. I want to know if that's just me, I don't know, getting infected by like the first take, hot take bug. We'll get into that as well at 2:45. Lots to do today, including Sully explaining why a baseball game's being delayed 4 months. Baseball is so close. He'll explain. 97.
I'll also explain, great promotion that Greektown has going on this whole month long, and they're giving away a Jeep Gladiator. It's awesome, and coming up on May 31st, 10 p.m., you can get down to Greektown for the grand prize drawing. Now, how do you get entered to win? Just simply go to Greektown and play. Whether that's slots, whether it's table games, whatever your game of choice is, just get down to Greektown and play, and they're going to be giving away that Jeep Gladiator on May 31st to everyone who has entries. Just earn them by playing with your Greektown rewards card. Cool thing about this giveaway, the winner pays no tax, title, or destination fees on the card delivery. Greektown takes care of it all. It's a great promotion that they have going on for that 2020 Jeep Gladiator. As always, remember, when you go down to Greektown Casino Hotel, you must be at least 21 years old to gamble.
Jamie and Stoney. Mornings. Coming up Tuesday morning at 7:25. Your chance to win $2,000 with a $2 Slam. And at 8:18, what should the NBA do with the one and done? Jamie and Stoney. Mornings, 6 to 10. Hi, I'm Matt Garkwood, Bill Brown Ford Livonia. It seems like trophies are pretty easy to come by these days. But at Bill Brown Ford, winning the Triple Crown Award means much more to our customers than it does us. It recognizes excellence in every department, from our quick lane to our experienced service department. Plus, our state-of-the-art collision center is built to handle today's aluminum trucks. And our body shop features a high-top van facility. Bill Brown Ford Livonia has 75 years of experience and teamwork that puts our service over the top. Bill Brown Ford Livonia, who's your Ford dealer?
So you're King Henry VIII, is that right?
Yes, Doctor. And my fourth wife, Anne, is making my life miserable.
Yeah, that's terrible.
She wants everything. Women can't live with them, can't behead them anymore.
No, you can't. And today there's a better way to end your marriage. Just call Adam, the American Divorce Association for Men.
Doctor, your 2:30 appointment is here.
Oh, okay, send her in. We're finished here.
Annie, what are you doing here?
Oh, Henry, my darling. I understand that you've hired Adam to represent you.
That's right.
Oh, well, why don't you come up to my chamber tonight, and perhaps we could bury the hatchet?
Bury
You don't have to lose your home, your children, or your money in a divorce. Call Adam, the American Divorce Association for Men. 248-356-ADAM. That's 248-356-2326. Or on the web at adamdivorcelaw.com.
Have you experienced basement leaks? Water is more than annoying. It can cause damage to your home and foundation. It starts at your roof line and can collect around your home, causing a mess in your basement or crawl space. Call Foundation Systems of Michigan. We are experts in managing water around your home.
From gutters to waterproofing solutions, we have a full line of products to put an end to your water problems for good.
And now, an ad from Dad.
Save money on car insurance when you Save money on car insurance. Ready? Save money on car insurance when you bundle home and auto with Progressive. Sounds pretty good, I think. I can do it one more time, but I think I'd say nailed it, right? Nailed it.
Progressive can't save you from becoming your parents, but we can save you money when you bundle home and auto. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company affiliates and other insurers. Discounts not available in all states or situations.
That indeed. We understand that when it comes to hiring, it's important to have a large talent pool to choose from. But sometimes too many good options can be overwhelming. That's why Indeed doesn't just give you access to a large pool of job seekers. We also offer screener tools that let you instantly narrow down your search. Hone in on hiring with Indeed. Experience Indeed for yourself today and get a free sponsored job upgrade on your first posting at Indeed.com/promo. Terms and conditions apply.
Come to U.S. Auto of Sterling Heights and pull your own parts. Wait, that doesn't sound right. A little work saves you big money on auto parts at U.S. Auto Parts of Sterling Heights, the largest self-serve salvage yard in Macomb County. Yeah, that's better. 18 and a half west of Van Dyke, USAutoSterlingHeights.com.
You could win the ticket signing bonus right now. This hour's keyword for a chance to win $1,000 is Throne. Text Throne to 72881. Don't text and drive. Message and data rates apply. One randomly selected nationwide entry will win $1,000 from any town.
So we will continue along. I'm pissed at the finale of Game of Thrones. I'm pissed at the TV show. I feel like I wasted years watching this. Look, straight up, 3 o'clock. There's an event that could be coming to Detroit, and I think the approach is all wrong. I'll explain. I want to mix this in. I think one of the dumber narratives I've ever heard is happening right now in sports, and it is that the Warriors are better without Kevin Durant. Let that sink in for a minute. Because I think what's happening is that people are mistaking different for better. You can't take the best player in the world and a guy who has guided you to championships, a guy who took you from being really good to invincible. Can't take that guy and get better. Now, you could say the Warriors are playing harder. You could say they're sending a message, which is an interesting narrative, but we'll get to it momentarily. But everywhere you turn, are the Warriors better without KD? No. Please stop with this. It's so silly to me. Now, the one building narrative that's interesting is this kind of a message to Durant? And you'll go, Mike, what the hell are you talking about? Well, think about it. If it's pretty common knowledge for the outside to know that Kevin Durant is leaving and it's a fait accompli and that it's kind of been that way, well, then wouldn't you think the people he spends the most time with would know that too? So when Kevin Durant gets hurt, the Warriors are playing great basketball. I'm not arguing that they're not playing really well. I'm just not going to engage in they're better without KD debacle. That's ridiculous. But what if guys like Draymond, who's incredibly prideful, a guy like Steph, who's incredibly prideful, this group, this core four of Iggy and the big three, those guys predated KD. They did things without KD. KD comes aboard because they don't have the egos to prevent it. They wanted to win. They wanted to get better. They wanted to be invincible. But now, KD's hurt. And they know KD's leaving. And you got to put yourself in the place of an elite athlete. Self-motivation is the only way you become great. Nobody's blessed with enough gifts that they could be lazy or satisfied or content and still achieve optimal greatness, maximum greatness. Sometimes you got to create the boogeyman. You got to create the ghost. You got to create the evil. Why do you think you hear teams talk about nobody believed in us? And you're like, bro, what the hell are you talking about? You were favored in the series. But that's how athletes tick. So is it crazy that I'm wondering if they are in some way, shape, or form reminding the world and Kevin Durant, hey, we know we're not better without you, but we don't need you. You know those banners that are up there? Yeah, there's a few that are ours without you. I kind of wonder if that's happened because they're butchering the Trailblazers and they are looking less vulnerable than they've looked all year. Now, that doesn't mean they're better. I think it helps they're playing a Blazer team that, frankly, Lillard's hurt. I mean, a separated rib. I didn't know you could separate a rib, and I don't ever want to find out what that feels like. And the Blazers are without one of their three best players in Yusuf Nurkic. My point is, I think there's something to this narrative, not the other. Not that they're better without KD. This narrative, though, they look driven. I mean, think about Draymond Green. Of the Warrior players, who became the forgotten man largely when KD came aboard? It wasn't Steph. Certainly wasn't Clay. It was Draymond. Now KD's out. Draymond is to the forefront. Notice he's not bitching at officials. Notice he's not clowning. Notice him and Kerr aren't getting at it. Now Draymond has become this point center Godzilla that we kind of fell in love with a few years ago. Talked about in an MVP discussion a few years ago. Talked about being one of the most valuable players in the league. I do wonder if there's an element of, hey, reminder on your way out the door. We loved having you, but don't ever get it twisted. We didn't need you. We wanted you. I think there's something to it. If you got thoughts on it, you want to mix that in with our TV discussion, please. I would love to have you aboard. 248-539-9797. David.
So, Mike, Sully, you all remember the argument with Green and Kevin Durant this past November?
Yes, where I believe he called him a bitch.
Yes, he did. But amongst other things, he also blurted this out. We don't need you. We run without you. Leave. This happened on the sideline because of the situation that happened on the court, and it continued in the locker room. I think you're right, Mike. They are proving to everyone in the basketball world they don't need Kevin Durant. This is their opportunity to prove that they don't need him. And they're going out. Draymond Green is the one, like you said, the one that was forgotten. He's the one that's been more aggressive, taking the ball up the court, running the offense. Steph Curry's been Steph Curry. Klay Thompson's been Klay Thompson.
And you know who's been quietly excellent? Is Iguodala.
Yes.
Iguodala, when you look at his numbers, I mean, he's shooting like 60%. He's giving you 13 a night. He's rebounding the basketball. I just, remember, he did win a finals MVP.
He did. But with the result, with that argument, Draymond got suspended a game, and I'm sure all the rest of them, of course, outside of Durant, looked at each other and saying, now I see where they place him, and I'm not liking it. I don't think they liked all of that when it happened, and they're proving right now this is their opportunity to prove. Well,
it's the unintended consequence of being selfless. Is that you do it for the right reasons, and you go, wait, we can add this guy? Sure, I'll take a little pay cut. Sure, I'll take a few less shots. Let's get better. Let's build a legacy. But then when you fast forward a few years, and you find out that this guy came aboard and you made those selfless moves for him, and he's still leaving, and it's still kind of known throughout the season, you're bailing on us, that it doesn't even seem to be a decision, and the motive behind it is you want your own team. Well, I kind of
give them an absolute certain final with their depth. Because let's face it, Golden State was playing 7 excellent. But the Bucks have taken a step backward in this series. I know a lot of people are, what do you mean, dummy? They're up 2-0, they could be up 3-0. You know what? They could be down 2-0. They stole game. They got completely lucky in game 1. They shot about 25% from three-point line. They played awful. They stole it. Game 2, they buried it. But game 3, should we go back to the shooting percentages again? Eric Bledsoe's playing like crap. Giannis played like crap. They didn't shoot the ball well. I'm just making a point. Now you kind of flip and you go, damn. Maybe the Warriors have been untouchable all along. Maybe it was just their timeline. Like it's almost like when a baby's due date is. Now their due date is coming. And they're just doing their thing. They were born in month 3, 4, and 5, and 6. Now it's almost party time. We get to get out into the world here.
It reminds me of Brady and Belichick too, like the whole thing of, hey, let's find a way to prove who deserves more credit here.
In a sick way, yeah. Actually, that's a really interesting comparison. 248-539-9797. Your calls next. 97.1. Message for the big dudes out there. Dr. Stanley would like a word with you. And again, Dr. Stanley wants the big guys, 50 pounds, 100 pounds, whatever it may be. Ideal View Health Center. Dr. Stanley help you lose serious weight, help you reduce your health issues in just 40 days. How many summers have you missed out on because you're out of breath walking up a flight of stairs? Call Dr. Stanley, have him explain to you how he's going to get you right. Turn your body into a fat-burning machine. You call 1-800-IDEAL-U, a full body consultation. How about Dr. Stanley offering it for $29? Why is that relevant? I'll tell you what. His body composition analysis is normally a $100 bill. You tell him you heard it on the show, you get it for $29. So what are you waiting on? Call 1-800-IDEAL-U. It's 1-800-IDEAL-U. Ideal U Health Center, Dr. Stanley. Results vary based on physical health and adherence to program. No weight loss guarantees provided.
For roofing, the most honest roofing company in town is Oaks Roofing. Now is the best time for a complimentary assessment on your roof. And now is the best time to beat the price increase on materials. Installed in one day. Go to oaksroofing.com. That's OAKES roofing.com.
This is Jim Rome with the CBS Sports Minute. 4 majors in a lifetime is amazing, but 4 majors in 23 months is freaking ridiculous. Brooks Koepka has done that, yet for some reason he's not getting a ton of love. And when he started to bleed out on the back nine yesterday, and Dustin Johnson made his charge, the gallery could not wait to rush in, pile on Koepka and John DJ. Is it because everybody loves a train wreck and Koepka looked like he was on the verge of pulling off one of the biggest tank jobs ever? Or is it because they were never with this guy in the first place? How do you win 4 majors in 8 starts and not get the love and run that you deserve? Koepka is doing the very thing that Tiger did when he was the most famous athlete in the world. Are you going to tell me it's because he plays his cards close to the vest? Really? You mean the same exact thing that your idol, Tiger Woods, did? Besides, are you looking for a great golfer or for somebody who's cool? Koepka's job is to be a golfer. He's really good at it. He's one of the all-time best already, and it's time to admit that. I'm Jim Rome.
Napa know-how. Right now at Napa, grab a 5-quart jug of Mobil 1 full synthetic motor oil for just $28.99. It keeps out harmful sludge to help reduce wear on your engine, which is important if you like cars that, run smoothly. So keep your engine healthy with Mobil 1, now just $28.99. Quality parts, helpful people. That's Napa know-how. Napa know-how. General states pricing. Sales prices do not include applicable state local taxes or recycling fees. Offer ends 5/31/19.
When you're a pro, your reputation is built and proven over time. That's why the Home Depot carries Loctite PL Premium Max Adhesive, the strongest on the market. Durable, gets the job done right,